Alright guys, we're back to JavaScript, specifically while loops. We're doing introduction to while loops in JavaScript. They're kind of like for loops, I guess, according to this. They are, but they don't really require all the i's and the increments. They just go until they hit some sort of value. Alright, so check out the while loop in the editor. Don't worry about the math.floor. We'll check that out later, I guess. So in this case, it says while coin face is equal to 0, keep running this. So tails, done flipping. Alright, so let's see. Let's create our own while loop now. Let's try it yourself. Complete the while loop in the editor so that it'll print out I'm learning while loops. Don't change the line. Don't change line 5 or you could get an infinite loop. So we'll say while understand equals true, and then it's going to break and turn false here. So it's only going to run it once. Don't run the code the way it is. Alright, so we have another while loop. Change value understand here. So we need to change it to equal false, else it will keep on running. So there we go. Simple enough. Booleans are great for while loops. There's a lot of things you can use to change a while loop. We've written a less succinct version, correct it for a more elegant version. Alright, so in this case it's saying that for a while loop we can just insert the actual Boolean variable, which is equal to true. So while true, and bam. So a little less code. Maybe if you already know what you're doing, do it like that. I personally don't like doing that. I just like to see it. But that's just me. Write a while loop that logs I'm looping to the console 3 times. Alright. Alright, while, but not with 3 console. Alright, we'll say while count is less than 5. And here we'll say count equals 0. And then we'll do it like this. Console.log I'm looping. Sounds like you're on some drugs, almost. And then don't forget to increment count equals count plus 1, or else we'll have an infinite loop. And then you can see right here it loops 5 times. So kind of a little more like a for loop than the other while loops we were using. Alright, so inside the solo loop function, write a while loop. So while. Alright, that takes an initial condition true. While true, then it wants us to log looped once. And then change initial condition to false. Count is probably a bad name for this, but because we're not actually keeping count on anything, but you can pretty much name anything you want. Count equals false, so that we don't have an infinite loop, and there we go, it looped once. Mid-lesson breather. Alright, so it's just reminding us not to create infinite loops and crash our browser. When to use while and when to use for. Write 2 loops in the header, one while, one for, no restrictions on this one. Just make sure loops are syntactically correct. Alright. So we'll do count equals 0, and then we'll say while count, oops, while count is less than 2. Console.log the count currently is count equals count plus 1. And then we'll do a for loop doing the same thing. For I equal to 0 while I is less than 2, I plus plus, and then we'll say just copy and paste this over. And it should, you can see 0, 1. Oh, it doesn't, oh, okay, so it runs through it once. Let me see, count is currently 0, 1, 2, 2. Oh, because we're running through count again. Let me change that to I. There we go. Oops. Anyhow, I would have fixed it. We'll just keep it going here. Click save, see the loop in action. It runs once because do tells it to, but then never again because the loop condition is false. Okay, so the do condition will always run your loop at least once, whether it's true or not. So the do while loop. I'm going to stop looping because my condition is false. So while false. Here we go. Alright. Write a do while loop inside the function we've created for get to the top of. So you start off with do, and then you end it with while. So I believe a semicolon at the end. Let me see it here. Yeah, semicolon at the end. So what do we want it to do? Get to the chopper. Oops. And we'll say while false. We'll say bool. Bool equals true. Oh. We never changed the value of bool. So we just created an infinite loop and crashed our program. So let's see if we can exit out of here. So we want to kill that page. Okay, so do not do what I just did there. So we'll say bool equals false. Do console.log print stuff, and then while true. And this should run it just once. Why is it crashing still? Oh, we don't actually, guys. So we re-crashed for a third time, I believe, the program. So now it only prints once because we set our bool variable to false. But even though, just a reminder, do whiles will run it at least once. That's why it only runs once there. And to finish up, improve your loop master rate. Write 3 synthetically correct loops in editor, 1 for, 1 while, and 1 do. Alright, so let's start off with the for loop. We'll say I equals 0 while I is less than 2, I plus plus console.log I. We'll just have it print out I, and then we'll do a while loop. We'll say bool equals true. And then we'll say while true, while bool, we could do bool is equals true, but we'll say while true. Console.log bool, and then we'll say bool equals false rather. And then we'll do a do while. So we'll do say console.log say I plus bool, and then we'll say bool equals we'll just leave bool alone actually, and then we'll say while true, while bool equals true, and bool is going to be false, so this won't crash our program. So we should be getting 0, 1, then we should get true, and then we should get 1 false. One true. Oh, maybe it takes the value there. That's interesting. I thought it should be false. Maybe I made a mistake though. But in this next section, we're going to be doing something called Dragon Slayer. It looks like we're going to be using everything we've learned so far and trying to slay a dragon somehow in JavaScript. So I'll see you guys for that one in the next video.